Hey everybody, it's Brian. So let's go through a little rendition of where we're at so far. I've put up 3 key videos. Maybe we should pull up. In this post, I've got an idea. Maybe I could do 100% in Simulink, a Simulink model, using NOSQL Redis and FIX for quite possibly ultra lowest latency for high frequency trading. Now, this is what I mean. Bear with me. Like I said, I'm going to show you what I've shown so far. First, we've talked about Redis. Redis 3 with the failover, redundancy, replication, all that is cool. The metrics that I've been reporting, we've got a 4 gig virtual machine, 1 million rows into Redis, 7 seconds to do an insert. 2 seconds to read it. Pretty good. Yesterday I put up a video on how to do interactive brokers or use interactive brokers, this app here, in Java, and how to communicate into the interactive brokers trader workstation or TWS. And this is all done again in Linux, as is this. Okay, so knowing that, at the same time, with this same application, we can have this also insert or push data into a Redis instance, like a server, like here, like this one. I'm deciding to use... Okay, I want to hear myself all the time. So that is a possibility. And lastly, but not leastly, this has not had a lot of views, but this could be key if you want to go an open source FIX protocol in C. This has a lot of advantage. Now I've gone partially through the code. Here's the repository on GitHub, but you can see it's ultra lowest latency connectivity. So that brings me back to why I use ULL, ultra lowest latency. Knowing all that, everything's done in C, what I've shown you thus far, except for the this part that will push the data from interactive brokers into Redis. I can do the same thing with IQFeed if I want to, for backtesting, for live trading, and you'll see what I mean with the big benefits with IQFeed. Anyways, knowing all this funky stuff, I thought I was coming up with an idea. So here we are in MATLAB. My girlfriend, because I spent so much time with it. Type in Simulink. Now, hopefully you've seen a lot of my Simulink videos. There's quite a few now. If you come under Simulink, typically you will get this with the visualization and blah 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 with the knobs and meters and all that. That's all cool. But if you come under here, load or create a new model, whatever, bring it to your model canvas here. Now, this is where it gets exciting, because this is the only thing that I've seen that could do this. Come under code, C or C++ code, and then code generation options. This is where it gets very exciting. Right under here, I've shown all the different things that you can do here. We have something called custom code. Now that means you can interface C code into a Simulink model. And here's what you can do. You can obviously include header files. You can include an initialization function. So for instance, if you wanted to load in an instance to and connect into a Redis repository, you may be able to pull that off. And of course, the terminate as well. Not only that, maybe if you want to work with a FIX server, as I've demoed in that lib trading in here, you could do that too. Now, this is all in theory. I've got to confirm that this works, because I don't know what the limitations are of what C you can use, let alone if you can include external headers and libraries, because it's not part of the link and build process or compiling process. Not only that, but you can also include external source files and libraries. So this is looking quite possible. Just thinking about it right now. So with all that in mind, now if you can interface your Simulink model, your visual model, with your code for being Redis as well, maybe by choice with the FIX server, this brings a lot of power. Not only that, because FIX is a very difficult protocol to work with, I've kind of gone through this code already. It's pretty advanced. I mean, that's why HFT developers and quant researchers and whoever are making a boatload of money, because of the difficulty of things like FIX. But there's an alternative you may have. Because we can also embed C using HiRedis, the C library for Redis from the author of Redis, and I can confirm that it works, as you can see in this video. You can also send signals to Redis into an instance to drive commands, basically. Not only just receiving data, but you could probably also have commands sent out, signals or by orders through Redis, and then that will connect into the Redis instance, and then have Redis send back a set of commands to interactive brokers using this kind of interface with a Redis connection into the Java piece here. And this can all be done in Linux. You can also obviously do it in Windows or Mac if you want, if you use C or Visual Studio, whatever. Theoretically, it should work. So I was quite excited thinking about it, and I'm probably going to try it out as part of my next set of steps, because I'm very interested in a couple of things. I know there's a lot of Simulink gurus out there that are way ahead of me on this based on their experience. If you could let me know via comment on this, or anybody else has got a comment, let me know what you think, because this is kind of exciting, that if you could take your visual visual representation of your trading model in Simulink, and at the same time have it integrate into that environment and connect into C modules, be it a FIX connection or a Redis connection. This is very powerful. And again, I've not mentioned this. Under the coding generation, let me just close this, go back to my model canvas. So if I come back under code, I've not, maybe you may not know, but with all that tied in together, guess what we can do? We can build our C from that entire model. So basically what I'm saying is it's quite possible you could build a self-contained C bin file with all the necessary code generation that comes with it, generated right from the coding generation process of Simulink. Now, if that can be done, that's going to be exciting times ahead. And it enables people of all levels, be it little programming skills, because C is a very, not simple language, but usually it's one of the first languages most people will learn, as well as Simulink with the visual representation of it is very powerful. And on top of it, I've also shown not only can you integrate your custom MATLAB M functions, so you can do all your prototyping in MATLAB. On top of that, this is the exciting part, you can also have your graphical representation right within the simulation of the Simulink model itself. Now, another deployment option, as we've talked about before, is the HDL for FPGA. Okay, so again, that enables you to generate VHDL code or Verilog code right onto an FPGA board, because this new version, or the current version of Simulink or MATLAB, takes care of the entire process. So there's a lot of options that can be done from one environment. Pretty exciting. And come to think of it, with the model, with the integration into the code here, let me just go back to my model. Model, code, right here, the generate options, because you also can now have your custom code. You can also interface to a database as well that can be read from within within C. So a good one that I could use again is Postgres, and maybe, who knows, maybe MySQL if you choose to go that path. Let me know what you think about it. Talk to you later.